Here we can learn about HTTP status codes. Let's see the topics. What is HTTP status codes? Types of status codes. HTTP request methods. So see one by one. What is HTTP status codes? The status codes element is a server response is a 3-digit integer where the first digit of the status code defines the class of response and the last 2 digits do not have any categorization role. So here are the syntax and later we will see the examples one by one. Code 1XX. I told like before, like it's a 3-digit number, so that's why I have mentioned like here XX, that means starting with 1, and the XX means the another 2-digit number. Meaning 1XX meaning informational. It means the request has been received and the process is continuing. 2XX success. It means the action was successfully received, understood and accepted. 3XX redirection. It means further action must be taken in order to complete the request. 4XX client error. It means the request contains incorrect syntax or cannot be fulfilled. 5XX server error. It means the server failed to fulfill an apparently valid request. So let's see the example one by one. 1XX information. Yeah, so here 100 continue, 100 continue, we can say like 100 is a 3-digit number of our HTTP codes. Only a part of the request has been received by the server, but as long as it has not been rejected, the client should continue with the request. 101 switching protocols. The server switches protocol. Next is the 2XX, that means success. 200 OK, the request is OK. 201 created, the request is complete and a new resource is created. 202 accepted, the request is accepted for processing but the processing is not complete. 204 no content, a status code and a header are given in the response but there is no entity body in the reply. 3XX redirection. 300 multiple choices, a link list. The user can select a link and go to that location, maximum 5 addresses. 301 moved permanently, the requested page has moved to a new URL. 302 found, the requested page has moved temporarily to a new URL. 4XX client error. 400 bad request, the server did not understand the request. Next one 401 unauthorized, the requested page needs a username and a password. 402 payment required, you cannot use this code yet. 403 forbidden, access is forbidden to the requested page. 404 not found, the server cannot find the requested page. 405 method not allowed, the method specified in the request is not allowed. 5XX server error. 500 internal server error, the request was not completed, the server met an unexpected condition. 501 not implemented, the request was not completed, the server did not support the functionality required. 502 bad gateway, the request was not completed, the server received an invalid response from the upstream server. 503 service unavailable, the request was not completed, the server is temporarily overloading or down. 504 gateway timeout, the gateway has timed out. Now we will look into the what if HTTP request methods. HTTP defines a set of request methods to indicate the desired action to be performed for a given resource. Yeah, so see here one by one. Get method. The get method requests a representation of the specified resource. Requests using get should only retrieve data. Post. The post method is used to submit an entity to the specified resource, often causing a change in state or side effects on the server. Put. The put method replaces all current representation of the target resource with the request payload. Delete. The delete method deletes the specified resource. Connect. The connect method establishes a tunnel to the server identified by the target resource. Difference between post and put. So let's see here one by one comparisons. Comparing HTTP methods. An example of a put method being used to create a new resource would resemble the following, and you can see here the example. In a post, if a new forum thread is created and the thread path is not specified, then you could use some like post forums HTTP of 2.0. What does they do? The put method completely replaces whatever currently exists at the target URL with something else. While in post, the HTTP post method is used to send user generated data to the web server. When to use? In put, we can say that the put method is idempotent because no matter how many times we send the same request, the results will always be the same. While in post, the post method is not idempotent, since if we send the same post request multiple times, we will receive various results.